Hello, I'm gonna do a reading on Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt, just because there's a lot of speculations if they're gonna be back together or not, and then I will go over why I came to the conclusion I did. So I'm just shuffling the cards until I feel like I'm done shuffling. It's basically just instinctively something tells me to stop shuffling the cards. I feel like I'm done. So I'm doing my normal spread, which I usually use. And this is how the cards look, and I will go over each and every one of them. Also, maybe not every one of them, but I will explain what I'm getting. So first I'm getting an impression, my first impression over the whole layout, what it is that I'm picking up. No, they're not going to be together again. I can just say that right now. And what it is that speaks and sticks out to me is 10 of Swords. I do see them getting together for a while. More like friends, but the passion is there too. So there is, or like doing some, even if it's not in person, that they're doing maybe emails back and forth, or they having some deep conversations on the phone, that they're gonna talk things over and kind of just reconnect and talk old memories. So that will happen. It's not the best idea in the world that they're doing this. It's more like somebody's pushing a little bit too hard. One of them is pushing a little bit too hard to try to reconnect, knowing that this is not the right thing to do, but we'll do it anyways. So I see these two, yeah, it could be like a nice romantic dinner together, but it's just gonna end in this old thing that they had before, which things were just, they did not meet each other eye to eye. This was not a relationship. Even though there was a lot of passion there, they were butting heads a lot. And that's just going to come up on the surface, maybe during the dinner or at some time afterwards. It's going to come up on the surface, and it's just going to be like, oh no, same old, not doing this again. So it's not going to end good. If I'm just going to flip one more card to see like if it will end in friendship or if it's just going to end with resentments. They're gonna be, I'm getting the Queen of Swords up with the Queen of Discs, and Queen of Swords, I'm gonna explain why. She can be an actress in the sense of, pretending. So they're gonna end it amicably, or if you say it like that, like in a polite kind of way, not really showing what they really feel, but their underlying feelings will be like, oh no, this is not working at all. I'm glad it's over, kind of thing. This is gonna happen over a longer period of time, so it's not like they're running together. This might be happening, within a year or two, that they're doing this dinner or this exchange of conversation. I do really strongly feel like it is a get together where they meet together. Maybe they meet as friends, but they're not going to be able to be friends. I don't see that they have, because they're butting head and there is so much friction and there is so much passion and attraction between them. It's not going to plateau out to be platonic kind of relationship. They're never going to be able to have that together. And like I said, they're not meant to be together either. So I'm gonna go back now and explain a little bit how it works. This is the past. This past doesn't always mean past. It's just give me a clue of something. It's the Lust card in Aleister Crowley's the Thoth deck, and we're going on. So that's number 11 in the major arcana. And then we have the 9 of Wands, which is the strength card, of showing strength on both levels. The Fortune card coming up, so an event will happen. The Ten of Cups, I'm talking about the dinner or the meeting. It's an emotional card. It's for all times. It's for that feelings, for that it's that feeling when things felt like we were meant to be together, or we're supposed to be together. There's just a very comfortable, fulfilling atmosphere or energy in between them. So they're kind of getting together for old times. The Star is like they're both very confident at this time in their life. They moved on. They're very individual. And why I'm saying if they're pushing it is because Seven of Wands is the card of the warrior. So I also call that my self-will run riot. It's when we are acting on our self-will and not in line with the higher power's will. We kind of sometimes push issues that shouldn't be pushed. So that's why I'm seeing that. When they're butting head and the friction comes up on the surface and it didn't turn out to be so lovely after all, the Ten of Swords is there. It's for you guys who do tarot cards. You know that the Ten of Swords is the ruin card. It is where things are. It's a very, very negative card in the deck. So I see just like that just talks about a very uncomfortable friction energy, that it just no turning back, not going there again. I'm talking about that this will happen between a year or two over a longer period of time. So it's nothing that I see it's going to happen immediately, but they will, get together for this event together where they will connect until they can't connect anymore. It's the Prudence card. It's 8 of discs, and some people call it the Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. So it's a tree that's opening very slowly. You can see it's blooming, but the leaves are not open around it. Stands for me for slow development. It shows me time in a card. It's like a time card. I use this card for other interpretations too, but meaning that a year or so is kind of what I'm picking up. Just kind of looking at the whole overview of this together with this card. So it's going to happen further out. Could even be 3-4 years. Why I'm seeing this energy between them, you have the Lust card right here. Looks like this, and it's this stands for like attraction, and it stands for passion, and an energy that is very strong is go above love. It's when somebody is very passionate about somebody else. You don't really see things clear. It's just a real strong attraction, and that's not always love, but they have that in between each other. They have that sexual attraction. This is this is the past, but not only that they had a passion. It's there, the chemistry is there. Coming up to 9 of Wands, which is the Strength card. This together with this card, Future here, this together with this card, the Star, is just showing me that they have built themselves to be very individually strong. They are two strong individuals. The Star card is sometimes speaking for fame, and even though they're both famous, I don't read that, because my question is, how it's going to be in between them. So it's just a card that can mean fame, but in this case it doesn't. It just means they're very confident in themselves. Let's see, did I miss something to explain it? So past, the issue at hand, the Fortune card is, talking about the event coming up. That's when stuff happens. Unexpected things are happening. An event can come out from the Wheel of Fortune here coming out. So the universe is helping popping out. And the universe is down here. This is an area where it's a blessing area. What's so beautiful, I think, about this that anything can happen. We have self-will, and they're kind of deciding on this meeting together. on somebody, one of them's initiative, and I would not know except if I ask like whose initiative would this be. So flip them a card. I am actually not getting an answer on that. I think I got the Four of Swords, which is the showing up card for me. See if I can find it again. So it could be like they're meeting at an event and it's a mutual agreement, like they're meeting at some sort of party or event, or the universe is kind of putting them together. Yeah, so this card here, which is, you know, I'm talking about the time. This is an area of also like an overview, which gives me like a possibility. So it's not quite written in stone, and the time limit here is not quite written in stone. I can't get a great grasp on that from this reading. This is, so to answer the, yeah, this is the Seven of Wands, which I already talked about. So the answer to will Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt ever get together again? No, absolutely not. They will be meeting for a dinner, and they will putting on a poker face in the end of that dinner and walk their separate ways and be really glad that they did. So I don't see them ever getting back together. Looking at the spread, it's just the final over. 10 of Swords is the final. It stands for the final card of the sword cards in the major or minor arcana. So that's what I get out of. That's how I do a reading, and now I just, you know, picked something that everybody knows what it's about. And yeah, if you have any comments or any questions or anything, please let me know. I'm welcoming all comments. Thank you so much.